Okay, guys, so Lindsay did a 4N color charm. This right here.
That.
With demi-permanent. It's demi-permanent, right?
Yeah. No, that one says permanent, sorry.
Yeah.
It was demi-permanent. It wasn't permanent. I'll have my mom send me a picture.
It looks permanent, but it can't be because it didn't cover the gray. So we do it to blend her gray right here. But she did it yesterday, but like as you can see, we have a little issue here. Because it looks like permanent color for some reason, and it's very like opaque and harsh. I don't know, it never looked like that before. I think she said they changed the formula or something, but like,
this is, yeah.
Look at that. So we're gonna brighten her up with a half Sinful technique, and we'll pray for the best. Her hair is naturally a level 4, so she doesn't get too light. Usually it's like a 7, 8, because she does that like alkaline demi, but we want to get her really bright and like do a soft tap, and we've been working on it for a while. So one last time, because we have plans for October, but we'll talk about that when it comes. But I'm gonna record a video on this today just in case anybody ever wants to know what to do in this kind of situation, because you can see that like we've overlapped her a few times to like kind of brighten her up, and she was coming every 4 months, and so there is a little breakage, which is normal, not bad. So we'll fix it. I never seen her hair look this bad when she's coming. Like, I know, it looks, I'm not talking about the like health of the hair, I'm talking about like the actual like color. Like,
I thought you were saying you wanted to take a picture because it looked good.
Yeah, right. Like, oh my god.
My mom did
always
back.
Put a mask or something on the end.
The back is bad, blame my mother.
No, the back is like the best part.
So it's me.
I love her. How do you not love her? Look. So she's been with me for how long with that beautiful face? This is like 4 years.
Yeah.
It's not 2 years. There's
no
way.
No, 2000. It was
19.
before COVID.
19.
I think it was 2019.
My first full year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So 4 years.
All right, let's get it. Alright guys, so we have a whole lot to unpack here. So Lindsay's in my chair. Today we're going to be using my old favorite lightener of all time, Lightener Blonde Me. Heard they're reformulating, I think, or maybe just rebranding the packaging. I don't know. Don't have it at the Cosmoprof in my area yet. But I was at the store. I've been using Joico Blonde Life. I go back and forth over the years. You guys know that. Joico's my holy grail ride or die. Never swells. Always know what to expect. Schwarzkopf has great lift, strongest on the market in my opinion, but still very gentle. But sometimes it just swells and I can't do anything about it no matter what I've tried. So I decided to pick up some of it, and I decided what better time than with Lindsay, because her hair always has a hard time lifting. So we're going in, we're doing a Sinful Blonde half. So we're gonna go in and pack these foils in back to back to back and break up all this color. As you've seen, this is a hot mess. Show you something. I think you're gonna like it. Alright, so first I went in and I did underneath the head. So when I do a Sinful Blonde half, I do allow the option of 9 to 12 foils around the entire hairline. Kind of connects with the top around the face frame. I like to do that with a half only. I don't do this for partials. So I went in and did that underneath just to brighten her up a little bit underneath there. And we've been working on getting her back to a really bright level 10 for a very long time. We have overlapped the last 3 sessions, and Lindsay's hair looks wild right now, but she slept in a K18 treatment. So that's really why it looks bad. Her hair is really not that unhealthy, and today we are doing a big chop as well. Every time we do overlap, she knows how to keep her hair healthy, and we always, every single time, do a great haircut. So what I'm doing now is I'm going in and we're doing the sides first. I always do a mohawk last if I'm doing a mohawk, and we're doing that hairline, very detailed work. Very, very small slicing and small Sinful lights back to back to back to back. That will give us that nice money effect and gradually go back into my normal size Sinful lights. I have 2 different types of stitches when it comes to my Sinful foiling technique. I have the Sinful lights, which are my version of a baby light mixed with a slice. Very small, almost slice-like. Almost look like they are technically slices, but I am still stitching it in my own unique way, spinning the comb. And with clients who like more dimension, I have my dimensional lights, and that's more of your traditional up and down stitch, but still not chunky.
Don't hesitate, stir up the wave. Don't make me wait, go on and on and on and on. A sweet escape between my legs. Chase me away, don't you stop. Wet as the rain, hot as July. Your lips on my lips, saving my life. I'll be your anchor when you go down. Don't you wanna die? Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay wild with you, you'll be drowning too. Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay wild with you, you'll be drowning too. You'll be drowning too.
If you guys have been an OG Brett Ryan supporter and, supporting me for quite some time, then you do know I'm not a huge fan of the mohawk sectioning. However, I do lately like it. As long as you're packing them in my technique, back-to-back minimal subsections. With my technique, the only subsection is whatever is left out of the stitch, be it a sinful stitch or a dimensional stitch. So that is way better. If you're doing a traditional highlight, in a sense, you always leave a bigger subsection, and that alone will make it look way too chunky, and it's not my style. So it's okay when I'm doing my technique, and especially when I want to pack those foils in back to back to back to back and really kick through a lot of that color in that area of the root.
I lose my cool when I'm with you. Don't know how to turn you on and on. Out of my league, you're such a fucking dream. Like nicotine, I can't stop. Wet as the rain, hot as July. Your lips to my lips, saving my life. I'll be your anchor when you go down. Don't you wanna die? Hey, love.
So now her head is jam-packed tight with tons of Jay-Z Styles foils, and we are now working on letting her process. We always let her sit for about 60 minutes, no heat. You guys know I don't do heat. So now it's time for the fun part, toning time, that's right. For her root, I chose to do a soft root, which for me is a level lighter or two than the natural base color. So we're doing 7N, 7NA Redken Shades EQ, equal parts. And we'll also go in with her global toner in a formula that I'm trying out, and I've actually loved it. I did 10NA and 9V equal parts. Now 10NA, or NAs in general, neutral ash, I never tend to do for a global toner all over like that, especially when it comes to blonde and toning. But I tried it, and I'm obsessed with this formula, you guys. Write it down in your little toolbox, put it in your little phones, put it in your notes, put it in a notepad. This toner is gorgeous.
Let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay wild with you, you'll be drowning too. Hey love, let's do wild things. Goosebumps over my body when we jump in. I think I'm drowning. If I stay wild with you, you'll be drowning. You'll be
Alright, so we're at the bowl now applying the toner. I did rinse out the mask on her ends and mids, but kept on the 7N, 7NA root shadow. Reason being, I have different ways of doing this, and I keep saying for 2 years now I'm going to do an updated version on my root tap, shadow, and smudge. I have multiple different layers of how I go into the root toning, but most of the time if I'm doing a tap or shadow, I will rinse it off with the mask on the mids and ends as a barrier before I tone the globally all over. But sometimes, very rarely, I will leave it on. I always leave it on and just rinse out the treatment when it's a smudge, because I want that to be on there longer, 15 to 20 minutes. Shadows about 10 minutes, and then a tap around 5. But in certain cases, like Lindsay's today, we're doing a soft root, which is a lighter color than her natural, and we did have some real brassy area from that color. So I wanted it to be on a little bit longer, do the job to really kick through, penetrate, and really ash her root down. So I left it on, mushed them in together. Now we're gonna rinse, give her a nice conditioning rinse by Hydrate by Kevin Murphy. And then we're gonna blow her out, chop her up, style her, and I can't wait for you guys to see the final results. Looks so much better than it did, guys. Remember that little job she did with the root? So much better, and this lighting is in here, so you gotta remember, it always gives that warm cast. But I did a mohawk on her, and it broke up a lot of that. But she has that area where that color does not lift that well. So it still comes out beautiful, but we have to do a 7 on her because I know she doesn't want to be too dark. But when you bend it certain ways in here and outside, it looks, see, even right there, you can see how that warm looking goes away. It's literally the lighting in here. But look at this end, all over the brightness of it. Like, we love that. And it looks really good and it feels really good. I'll show you outside, and I know it's already going to be gorgeous. We're just going to give her a nice dusting trim, and I'll show you guys the final result. Guys, look, this is the final result. Look how gorgeous. Turn this way, babe. That's why inside lighting, you never trust it. Look at this formula, that toner. I love it. There's still dimension, and it's like slightly shadow, but inside in my salon it always looks warmer, but you can see right here it's really, really not. It lashed it right the hell out. She loves it, I love it, and now she's gonna go to Croatia.
Yay.
And they're gonna love it and fly and meet me to get their hair done. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now.
Come on over. I'm gonna show you something. I think you're gonna like it. Don't hesitate. Stir up the wave. Don't make me wait. Go on and on and on and on. A sweet escape.